This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by the 2013 Ford Mustang. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Rumor Roundup. Filling in for Noah Kravitz, I'm John Rettinger. Noah is currently covering Google I/O, which coincidentally we're going to talk a bit about in this episode of Rumor Roundup. So up this week, we're going to talk about Android fragmentation, Wii U pricing, Microsoft perhaps building their own phones, and Kindle Fire 2. This is Rumor Roundup. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the news of the week. Android 4.1 Jelly Bean is here, or at least coming soon. Great news for some, bad news for others. It's further pushing Android fragmentation. Most devices don't even have Ice Cream Sandwich yet. You look at some flagship devices that most people might be looking to purchase. You've got the Galaxy S3, the HTC One X, all shipping with Ice Cream Sandwich, are now running an outdated operating system. Google's release cycle has been 4 to 6 months-ish before new operating systems are pushed out. Carriers generally have to wait, and manufacturers have to wait generally another 6 months after that before they finally get them on their devices. So now we've got yet another OS that's going to push the fragmentation even further. So the question here in the rumor is, what devices are going to get Jelly Bean? Or are they even going to skip Jelly Bean completely and wait for the next iteration of Android, probably called Key Lime Pie? It's really the big question. Devices like the Galaxy S3, HTC One X, are they going to get Jelly Bean? We've reached out to HTC, we've reached out to Samsung, but yet no one has gotten back to us. I think they don't even know what's going to happen with their operating system quite yet. So we'll move from the world of phones to video games. Nintendo President Iwata said that they are going to learn from the 3DS mistake when they launched the Wii U. They haven't told us what the price of the Wii U is going to be, but when the original Wii launched in 2006, it came out for a $250 price point. And all signs are pointing to that $250 price point being the same price point that we see for the Wii U. Pretty relatively entry-level price, but what's even crazier is that the Wii came out in 2006. It hardly seems believable that the Wii has been out for 6 years. If you guys remember back in 2006 when the Wii came out, it took the world by storm. Motion controllers now are something we take for granted, but back then, we'd really never even heard of them. You couldn't pick up a Wii for almost a full year. The things were so hard to find. Nintendo's certainly hoping they can emulate that with the Wii U. I'm just excited about the classics for Nintendo. I'm excited about Mario Brothers with better graphics. I'm excited about Mario Kart with better graphics, and maybe playing some first-person shooters on there with current gen graphic capabilities. But nice to see a Nintendo console that can push out 1080p content. The rumor though is a price, and I do expect the Wii U to hit $250. So let's go from games to tablets. Let's talk about the Kindle Fire 2. All the hoopla has been about the Nexus 7 that was announced earlier this week, and it clearly has the Kindle Fire right in its crosshairs. Amazon though is not one to rest on their laurels, and rumors of the Kindle Fire 2 are already swirling. We are looking at supposedly a July 31st announcement with updated specs. Supposedly we're going to see that same 7-inch screen with an updated resolution of 1280 by 800. We may also see potentially a larger, pricier version with a 10.1-inch screen. You're gonna have Tegra 3 powering this thing, so you're gonna get quad-core with a multi-core GPU as well, so better for games. We're gonna see the same price point at just about $200. And we should also see the existing Amazon Kindle drop down $50 to $149. So spec for spec, we're looking pretty close, minus the cameras, to the Nexus 7. The Nexus 7 certainly offers the latest and greatest from Android, but it is an Android experience. The Kindle Fire, presumably Kindle Fire 2, sort of taking the Android out of Android. It's running on an older Android operating system that's been completely reskinned and is meant for Amazon consumption. If you read a lot of books and you want to live inside of Amazon's ecosystem, it's going to be a great, potentially, way to go. However, if you want the freedom and flexibility to be really able to do whatever you want to your tablet, you might want to look at the Nexus 7. And speaking of things that I am excited about, let's go ahead and take a minute to thank our sponsors at Ford and the incredibly awesome 2013 Ford Mustang. Over the past few years, Ford has been synonymous with in-car technology, and the 2013 Mustang is no exception. From this super fast bad boy, you can make hands-free calls, you can launch apps, you can even send tweets to tell people how fast but safely you're going on the freeway. So all that cool technology that Ford thought of kind of got us thinking. Ford's got smart guys and girls that are working on their programs, but we got smart guys and girls in our audience. What would you guys put inside of the 2013 Ford Mustang to improve the technology? Do you want it to have Spotify accounts, link up with your friends? Do you want it to pull in some maps as you're driving by stuff? Say driving by a cool restaurant? Do you want it to let you know anything that you guys can think of? And if you come up with something good, we will feature your response in an upcoming video. Thanks again to Ford for sponsoring today's show and their commitment to the world of technology, which we obviously all appreciate. So last week, Microsoft debuted the Microsoft Surface, one of the first real hardware devices they built themselves, and rumors are already swirling that they might be making their own phones. First, it was almost confirmed they were going to make their own phones, and Microsoft themselves said, no, we have no plans to make our own phone hardware. And I'm sure you can collectively hear all of Nokia sighing that that was going to be the case. I don't think it makes sense for Microsoft to make their own phones now, but I wouldn't count them out for making it in the future, especially if the Nokia deal doesn't necessarily yield the fruit that Microsoft and Nokia were hoping. What do you guys think? Are we going to see phones made from Microsoft in the near future? My bet is in the next 2 years, we probably will. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Rumor Roundup. I'm John Rettinger. Noah Kravitz will be back here next week, bringing you all the latest and greatest rumors from the world of technology. Be sure to check us out at technobuffalo.com for all your tech news. I'll see you guys soon.